Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new, and welcome to the preview for the Leeds United versus Swansea City game. Going into this game, let's start off by talking about what we always talk about, the last 6 games we have played against Swansea City. So the last 6 performances have had, the last time we did play them, we beat them 4-3 in a thriller. We beat them 4-3, 4-0, 3-1, 1-0, then we lost 1-0, and then we won 2-1. So in the last 6 games, we've won 5, they've won 1. So basically, yeah, we've won all of them except for 1 in the last 6 we've actually played against Swansea. So the confidence should be up just based on that. I mean, you can just look at the table of us in first on 80 points, and then them in 16th. Swansea are in 16th on 44 points. And then if you look at the recent form as well, this is even going to give you confidence as well going into this game. The recent form for Swansea is they lost to Stoke 3-1. They then beat Blackburn 3-0. They then drew to Preston 0-0. They then were able to beat Middlesbrough 1-0. Then they went on to lose their most recent 2 games. They lost to Watford 1-0 and Burnley 2-0. So in their last 6 games, they've won 2, drawn 1, and lost 3. So their performance at the moment, their form isn't going well, as our form has been 3 wins, 2 draws, and only 1 loss. Of course, we beat Sunderland and Sheffield United, and then we drew to West Brom. We lost to Portsmouth, then we beat Millwall, and then we drew to QPR. So going into this game, we should win this game, in my opinion. Like, everything's on our side. Recent form on our side. The season overall on our side. The last 6 games we played against Swansea, it's on our side with us winning 5 of the last 6 and our last 4 against Swansea City. How do I think we'll line up? I think that's what we have to go to next, of course, and go to the lineup now. As you guys would have already seen my other video, if you've seen it. The press conference was yesterday. Today while I'm recording this, and we found out the news about Ampadu. Ampadu back in team training. We found the news about McAvoba back in team training. Bamford back. I think he's basically match fit. We might be able to see him off the bench. Not in this game, I don't think. And the whole Willie Gnonto situation of he probably won't be available for this game against Swansea, but the game after hopefully will be available. Now going into this lineup, I do think we'll start with Melia in goal. Melia will be the one starting in goal for Leeds United. I then think we're going to go Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, and Firpo as the back 4. I don't think that changes at all. Like, you legit can't change that because of how good this back 4 have done this season. The midfield 2, now that we're at home in this game, I do think we're going to go with Rothwell and Tanaka in that midfield 2 right there. I just think that's how we're going to go with it. You could put Gruev in there, but I think because we're at home, I think Fife's going to go back to the whole Gruev away from home, Rothwell at home, which was working, and then people said, oh, let's play Rothwell for every single game for the rest of the season, and then we play him against QPR and we draw. So I think he's going to go back to the whole Gruev away from home, Rothwell at home. This is a home game, so it'll be Rothwell and Tanaka, and then your 3 in behind the striker is going to be Solomon, Dan James, and Brendan Aronson. I think Brendan Aronson keeps his spot in the number 10. He's also had all this time with preseason. With his international break, he's had all this time to have a break. So I think he's going to be back, hopefully firing, hopefully find some form, and yeah, I think he will start in the 10 with Brendan Aronson, and then up front, of course, will be the best striker at the club, the best finisher at the club right now, of course, who has, I think he scored like 1 in the last 6 or something, so he hasn't been, our front 4 have only scored 1 goal in the last 6 games, or that's something, I saw something like that. I think it's like 1 goal in our last 6 games for our front 4, which is, you could look at it as a bit like saying, oh, well, put someone else in there. Someone else should get a start. But I just think this front 4 is just so good, and I think this is the best front 4 we have. Nothing on Ramazani, who I think is a good player. I just think Solomon's better than Ramazani as a player. I think they're very neck and neck kind of, but I think Solomon's, he's on form as well. Like, he's been playing pretty well ever since he's got in. Ramazani getting injured is what probably cost him his start, because if he doesn't get injured, I don't think Solomon comes in at all. And then on the other side, I mean, you can't take Dan James out. For me, has been our player of the season. For me, you could even argue championship player of the season, and you just definitely can't take him out. And Joel Pirro, I mean, you can't take him out for Joseph. And Brendan Aronson in the 10, I just think we're going to go with that, and I'm fine with that because I think Aronson's a good number 10. And against Swansea, I think that's the type of game that will really suit Brendan Aronson, him in the 10. Against Swansea City, I think this is one of those games that will actually really suit a player like Brendan Aronson and Brendan Aronson in this game. So going into this game, I am very confident that we will pick up the win. I'm going to say we're going to win this game 2-0. I think we're going to keep a clean sheet back after the international break. This game is going to show for me if we're going to start on this push, because for the final 8 games, when you come back from an international break, get that first win and make it a statement win with a clean sheet and a very good performance, and I'll be like, oh, we're going up. Where if it's a bit nerve-wracky and nervous in the game, we do win, or God forbid, we draw or lose. Or if we draw or lose, the fan base is going to be a meltdown of it's over, it's over. But I am going to be a bit nervous if we do drop points in this game, because for me, we get promoted if we win at home and draw away. That's all we have to do. Win our home games, draw away, and for me, I'm gonna stay calm as long as we don't draw or lose in a home game. If we draw or lose a home game, that's when I'm gonna start getting a bit worried and a bit nervous going into the end of the season. But as long as we win all of our home games, I'm gonna be very confident that we're gonna go up, because I do think we'll win a couple of our away games. You win all your home games, a couple of draws in those away games, a couple of more draws in those away games. I think that's going to be enough points to push us into the Premier League, hopefully. And this final run, I hope we're ready for twists and turns, because I think there'll be a couple of twists and turns still to come from all three teams. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.